Culpa Nuestra, the countdown to truth. Prime Video. Every secret has a clock. Every lie begins to count the seconds. Until the truth arrives, flashes of imagery appear, a shattered watch, pages of a diary soaked in rain, a silhouette standing under a flickering streetlight. The question isn't if the truth will come. It's when the voice is calm, steady, but heavy with weight, as if it already knows the ending. The imagery remains faceless. Shadows, blurred outlines of people, close-ups of trembling hands, and clocks on walls that seem louder than time itself. Guilt does not shout. It whispers. It clings to your skin, hides in the corners of your mind, and waits. Every choice you've made, every word left unsaid. They don't disappear. They follow you like a shadow. You may pretend you've forgotten, but guilt never forgets you. The sound of a distant bell rings. A close-up of broken glass scattered across a floor. A pen scratching words across paper that are then crossed out violently. They say the past is behind us. But that is a lie. The past lives right here, inside us. It feeds on silence. It grows in darkness. And when the truth is hidden too long, it does not vanish. It transforms. It becomes a ticking bomb, waiting for its moment to explode. Quick flashes of visuals, a pair of hands locking a box shut, a candle burning out, a phone ringing unanswered. We think time heals all wounds. But some wounds do not heal. They wait. They wait until the clock runs out, until the weight of guilt is too heavy to carry, until the truth can no longer be buried. That is the moment everything changes. The ticking sound grows louder, echoing in the background. A clock face is shown with its second hand trembling just before striking 12. The secret you protect today will be the truth that destroys you tomorrow. Because truth has patience, and guilt has memory. The voice lowers almost to a whisper, so listen carefully. Every secret has a countdown. And tonight, yours has already begun. The screen fades into black, leaving only the sound of the ticking. Then silence. Asterisk, the ticking from before fades into a low hum like a pulse in the background. Shadows move across the screen, outlines of people, faceless, blurred as though memory itself refuses to reveal them. The narrator's voice returns, firm but weighted with emotion. Guilt is not carried by one person alone. It spreads, it binds, it entangles. It is a web, spun tighter with every choice, every silence, every betrayal. And once you step inside, there is no way out. A slow visual of threads stretching across a dark room, lit only by the glow of a swinging bulb. Hands reach out, brushing the threads, but each touch makes the web tremble, vibrate, and grow thicker. We tell ourselves it was just one lie, just one secret. But lies multiply, and secrets grow roots. They do not stay still. They crawl from one person to another, weaving themselves into every relationship, every whispered word, every stolen glance. Suddenly, your secret is no longer yours. It becomes ours. Culpa Nuestra, our guilt. Images cut quickly, a hand letting go of another hand mid-embrace. A photo torn in half. A phone screen lighting up in the dark, a message left unread. Look closer, and you will see that nobody is innocent. The guilty are not always the ones who act, but the ones who look away, the ones who stay silent, the ones who choose comfort over truth. Each thread of silence strengthens the web. And one day, that web becomes strong enough to strangle. The hum grows louder, layered with faint whispers in the background, overlapping voices repeating fragments of words. It wasn't me. I didn't know. Don't tell them. Promise me. What begins as love becomes betrayal. What begins as trust becomes a wound. And guilt. Guilt sits in the middle of it all, patient, smiling, waiting for its moment. We may not see it, but it sees us. We may not hear it, but it speaks in every crack of silence, in every heartbeat that races when we remember what we've done. The visuals become more symbolic. Faceless, a glass of red wine spilling in slow motion. A door left slightly ajar. A mirror covered in dust, reflecting nothing but shadows. And here is the truth we all fear. Once guilt ties us together, none of us can escape alone. It becomes a shared burden, a chain that drags us down together. You may want to forget. You may want to forgive. But the web remembers. It does not forgive, and it does not break. The whispers fade into silence again, leaving only the faint sound of breathing. The web on screen tightens until it snaps, threads breaking one by one with sharp cracks. In the end, it is not about who sinned more, who lied less, who loved truly. It is about who can survive the weight of the web when it finally collapses. Because collapse is coming, and no one will leave untouched. The camera lingers on the last broken thread falling into darkness. Then silence, asterisk, the silence shatters. A sudden, piercing tick-tock fills the screen, louder, sharper, almost unbearable. The second hand of a clock jerks forward with a violent snap, each movement echoing like a warning. Shadows flicker across the screen, movements blurred as though the world itself is running out of breath. Time is not gentle. It does not care for love or lies. It does not pause for regret. Every second you steal, every heartbeat you waste, time takes back. And when the clock runs out, truth is all that remains. The imagery accelerates, a candle flame burning too fast, wax spilling in streams. A train rushing past, its thunder shaking the screen. A close-up of a phone showing a countdown timer, 0:59, 0:58, 0:57. They thought they could hide forever. That guilt could be buried in silence, that the past could be sealed behind locked doors. But time is the great thief. It robs excuses, it strips away denial, and it drags the truth into the open. The more you run, the closer it comes. The more you resist, the faster it arrives. The ticking grows into a pounding rhythm, like a heartbeat racing out of control. Overlay visuals show different clocks, wristwatches, wall clocks, digital timers, all speeding up unnaturally, their hands spinning wildly. Every lie is borrowed time. Every secret is a debt waiting to be paid. You cannot outrun the countdown. You cannot beg for mercy from the seconds. The moment you whispered that lie, the timer began. And now you can hear it. Can't you? The clock, dragging you toward the end. The screen splits into flashing images, a hallway light flickering violently. Someone running downstairs, footsteps echoing. A key trembling in a lock, struggling to turn. A shadow pounding on a door from the other side. It starts slowly, a glance over the shoulder. A restless night, a question you cannot answer. Then it grows louder, pressing down on your chest, racing in your veins. The countdown becomes your companion. You feel it when you close your eyes. You hear it in the silence of the night. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And each sound is a warning. Time is almost gone. The whispers from before return. But this time frantic, overlapping, desperate. We're running out. Tell them now. It's too late. Don't let them know. What happens when the clock strikes 0? Some believe truth frees. Others know it destroys. But one thing is certain, the truth does not arrive quietly. It comes like thunder, tearing open every locked door, every hidden memory, every lie wrapped in silence. And when it comes, there is no place to hide. The screen now shows a massive clock tower, its hands frozen at 1 minute to midnight. The sound of gears grinding fills the air, deafening, metallic, merciless. This is not the end. This is the warning. 1 minute left. One choice left. One breath left before everything falls apart. The narrator lowers their voice, almost whispering through the roar of ticking. The countdown has begun. And when it ends, nothing will ever be the same. The final image is the giant clock striking midnight. The bell tolls, shaking the screen. Everything cuts to black. Only the echo remains. Asterisk, the screen is black. Only silence. Then a single hollow sound echoes. A bell tolling midnight. Shadows appear, fractured, distorted, as though the world itself is breaking apart. The narrator's voice rises, not rushed, but steady, carrying the weight of inevitability. And then, the moment comes. The countdown ends. The lies collapse. The silence shatters. The truth no longer waits in the dark. It walks into the light. Images burst in fragments. A door blowing open under a violent wind. Letters scattered across a floor, their ink bleeding. A mirror cracking down the middle. We tell ourselves we are ready, that we can face it, that we will survive it. But truth is not gentle. Truth is fire. It does not ask permission. It burns through every secret, it consumes every lie, and it leaves nothing untouched. The pace quickens, visuals flashing like memories unraveling, a hand trembling, unable to hold on to a ring, a shadow screaming but no voice escapes. A diary set ablaze, pages curling into ash. The truth does not reveal what you want. It reveals what you fear. The faces you tried to forget, the words you swore you'd never hear again, the promises you broke. All of it rises, piece by piece, like a storm you cannot outrun. And when it hits, you do not stand. You fall, the sound of a heartbeat echoes in the background. Slow at first, then racing, then stopping altogether. For some, the truth is freedom. For others, it is destruction. But no one escapes unchanged. Because when the truth finally arrives, it does not just expose what happened. It exposes who we really are. The screen shows faceless figures tearing away masks, but instead of faces, only shadows remain. And here is the final cruelty. The truth is not the end. The truth is the beginning. It is the start of everything you feared, everything you denied, everything you buried. You thought the countdown would save you, but all it has done is deliver you to the fire. The whispers return, now a chorus, voices overlapping, crying, pleading, confessing, "It was me. I should have stopped it. Forgive me." Don't tell them. The narrator's voice drops to a chilling whisper. This is not their guilt. This is not my guilt. This is Culpa Nuestra, our guilt, and now. The truth belongs to all of us. The imagery builds to a final crescendo, a giant clock tower collapsing in flames. Threads of the broken web snapping violently. A final countdown on screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything cuts to black. A single line fades in, white against the void. Culpa Nuestra, the countdown to Truth Prime Video. The ticking returns one last time. Slow, relentless. Time's up, asterisk.